say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming,
whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming,
and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hello and welcome to the Ohio Valley Sim Sports 358 Modified Mayhem Tour. Race number 3 tonight in this series as these boys take on Kenny Schrader's very own I-55 Speedway. If you're a NASCAR fan, you probably heard that name before. Kenny Schrader, longtime racer in the NASCAR Cup Series, retired. Well, he says he retired. He retired from Cup Series racing, bought himself a racetrack, bought himself a handful of race cars, and still touring around North America, racing dirt tracks, oval dirt tracks, paved tracks, a little bit of everything all over North America. But he is the proud owner of this third mile dirt oval here that we are calling home tonight, as we are on track right now in the closing stages of our practice session. Right now we are watching Dawson Contrail, Justin Albring running side by side, getting some practice in. Should see both the top and the bottom here tonight come into play. Drivers should be able to make speed on either side of this track, either on that outside line or down on that very inside wall. So it's going to be an interesting race to watch, see where these guys can find that pace and try to get to the front of the field. Right now, Chris Mills, our fastest driver on track, at 12.12. Brian Gardape right behind him with a 12.13. In fact, tied with Dawson Contrail for second. Justin Walbring would be third fastest car at a 12.19. These guys, they're running some very quick lap times around this track. I'm not quite sure what just happened. Oh, looks like we are done with our practice session and heading into our qualifying. So take a look. We got Hunter Lelovich coming out onto track. See where Hunter can put himself as far as lap times go here. On his first lap, looks like he ran a 13.2. Justin Walbring a little bit fast, but Chris Mills to the top of the board at a 12.7. Brian Gardape, Justin Walbring sitting just behind him, 12.76, 9.8 for the top three right now. Timothy Dunn coming in clutch, taking third place away from Walbring. He's hop in, Cody Contrail finishing up. See, Ray Andrews is on track, fresh paint scheme for him, but he is not running right now. But let's see here, Daniel Northcutt on track as well. Daniel currently sitting fifth fastest. running a 12.93. Chris Mills still on top with a 12.59. Let's take a look here. Daniel Betts in that 077 car. Coming to his first lap right now. See, he's looking like he's preferring that higher line through 1 and 2. Right up on the edge of that berm. That's put him on the pole position at 12.57 for Betts. Lap 1, see if he can improve it a little bit. Dawson Contrell out on track as well, just taking pole position back over, but Daniel Betts not letting him have it. Daniel Betts back up at the very top of the pack. 12.55, just ahead of Dawson Contrell at 12.56. Chris Mills at 12.59. It is a very, very close field. Top 5 all within about a tenth and a half. Aaron Conover on the track now for his first lap. We are likely getting very close to the end of our qualifying session here. Aaron kind of taking it as late as he can. Lap 1, 12.83. That's going to set him in 8th position. See if he can improve that time here. Lap 2. And does with a 12.77. Not enough to move him up the board. He is going to have to settle in at 8th place. I do believe that is our entire field now qualified and practiced. Just have to give it iRacing a moment to close everything down and get ready to line us up for our heat races. And there we go. Let us see if I really do not know. I thought I had my overlays fixed, but right now they are not wanting to play nice with me, so I apologize for that. But we are ready here with heat race number 1. Daniel Betts, Chris Mills on pole on the front row. Aaron Murphy with David Murphy, a couple of brothers sitting there 3rd and 4th. Timothy Dunn, Daniel Northcutt running in 5th and 6th, with Ray Andrews bringing up the back of this field in 7th. As we get ready to go green flag racing here, heat race number 1. Daniel Betts on pole position, fastest lap in qualifying. This will be our fast heat race. Top qualifiers in this race here. As we have the pace truck pulling off the track into the infield. Green flag is in the air. That's with a really good start. Jumping out to an early lead there. Got Aaron Murphy on that inside, trying to take 2nd place away. Chris Mills trying to make this a 3-wide battle for the lead. Murphy settling back down into 3rd and falling back in the line here. Everyone kind of running single file at the moment here. Got to go to the back of the pack here. Ray Andrews trying to apply a little pressure to Timothy Dunn, trying to take 6th place away. wasn't quite able to get there and get that position made. Right now at the front, Daniel Betts still in the lead. About a car length back to Chris Mills. As we come starting lap number 4 now. No change on the leaderboard. Chris Mills falling back just a little bit on Daniel Betts. Aaron Murphy reeling him in, looking to try to get him, looking to the bottom, trying to get side by side with that 11 car. Gets a little bit too sideways. They're going to lose his momentum. That's going to open the gap up between the two of them. Right now, a little bit further back here, David Murphy catching a little bit of that outside wall, having to fend off Timothy Dunn, Ray Andrews. Daniel Northcutt in that as well there. As you see Northcutt catching a big chunk of the wall, but that would be at the checkered flag. Daniel Betts winning heat race number 1. Chris Mills coming in second. Aaron Murphy, David Murphy bringing up the top 4. Now let's get ready here for heat race number 2. Everyone tonight will be making our feature race. I don't even know if we're going... Well, we probably will run a B main just to help finalize our field. But let's take a look here at our starting lineup. Dawson Contrail will be starting pole position with Parker Lucas on his outside. Brian Gardape with Aaron Conover, row 2. Justin Walbring, Cody Contrail in 5th and 6th place. And Hunter Alelovich here bringing up the back of this pack. As these cars are on track to get ready to go for 8 laps of heat race action. Dawson Contrail up there at the front of this pack, getting ready to go. Green flag racing this time by. Pace truck pulling off the field. Parker Lucas, Dawson Contrail, green flag in the air. Contrail with a really good start, gets a little over sideways, so Parker Lucas is trying to take advantage of that. There's a little bit of contact made between the two of them, but everyone keeps it straight, keeps it going. Side by side, 4 to the lead here yet. Contrail down to the bottom, Lucas on top. Crossover after crossover, now Lucas on the bottom, Contrail out on that outside line. Contrail trying that slide job, losing too much momentum. Sorry, that was Lucas on the outside with the slide job, and that time it was Contrail trying the slide job. These guys going back and forth for the lead. Side by side, hard racing action here. Just crossover after crossover for the lead between Parker Lucas, Dawson Contrail. Putting on a hell of a show for you boys. For all you folks at home watching this race right now here. Lucas now kind of settling down, has the lead. Contrail looking to the bottom. Sliding up in front of that 199 car. Lucas moving down. Retaking that lead, sliding back out to the top with Contrail back on the bottom. Back and forth, lap after lap here. 3 laps remaining in this race, now 2 to go. All this battling here between the top 2 cars not has allowed Brian Gardapi in that 12 car kind of hold station with these guys. 1 more lap to go. Parker Lucas at the front. Can he hold? He catches the inside wall. He's going to slow down. He's going to lose 2nd place out. Give the win to Dawson Contrail. Brian Gardapi, after a mistake by Parker Lucas, is going to take 2nd over Lucas. Cody Contrail, Justin Walbring, Aaron Conover, Hunter Alelovich is going to bring up the remainder of that pack. And now we go into our B main race. Daniel Northcutt on the pole. Justin Walbring bringing up the outside starting position. Timothy Dunn in third with that 03 machine. Aaron Conover will be starting in fourth place outside of row 2. Row 3 sees Ray Andrews on the inside in that 13 car with Hunter Lilovich bringing up the back of this pack. As we have the pace car pulling away. 12 laps in this B main before we go to a 50 lap feature. Walbring not having very much luck this season, looking to turn it around tonight. Doing pretty decent so far. And has a decent starting position in this B main. Green flag in the air. Walbring way outside, 3 wide there. Ray Andrews getting a little sideways trying to avoid contact. I believe that's Aaron Conover in the middle. They get that sorted out. Walbring's holding on to second, but Conover fighting him on that inside. This is allowing Northcutt to kind of drive away from the lead here. You see Walbring does make slight contact with that outside wall. That's going to slow him down enough to get that 32 car cleared ahead of him, but Walbring moving that 666 down to the bottom. Not quite able to get the momentum down there to make a pass. In fact, he's going to have Timothy Dunn, Hunter Lilovich kind of catching up behind him. Dunn in that 03 good wrench Service Plus machine. Reminiscent of that black Intimidator scheme that we're all familiar with. On the back bumper of that 666 car. Up front, Conover's caught up to Northcutt, putting some pressure on for the lead here as we come to the halfway point of this race. 6 laps to go, this time at the line. Northcutt on the outside, Conover down on that bottom line. Nothing doing that time, just 1 and 2. Conover's back up on top, trying to get that momentum going again. He's kind of settling down in the front 4. I don't make that throughout the field. There's about 3 different 2-car battles. But they're all kind of running single file right now. Ray Andrews riding with right now. Got it, Hunter Lilovich just behind him. At the front though, Conover making the move on Northcutt, able to slide up in front. Northcutt making that crossover move. Now he's just got to try to drive it deep into the corner. This battling between these 2 leaders has allowed Walbring to catch up to him. Walbring down to the bottom, trying to take second place away. It's a little bit crossed up. Why don't we actually hop on board with Walbring and see what it looks like from the driver's view? You really don't see a lot out of these cars. Especially going in that corner, you almost lose the cars ahead of you. Outside the top of that windshield. Become 2 laps to go here. White flag is in the air, I believe. Or sorry, no, checkered flag. Daniel Northcutt holding on for the win. Conover, Walbring, second and third. Timothy Dunn holding on to fourth with Hunter Lilovich sneaking past Ray Andrews to sneak away the 5th place, leaving Ray to finish at the back of this pack. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be going for 50 laps of green flag racing here in our feature race. But first, we're going to go through a bit of a 3-minute or so warm-up. Once again, I apologize here. I have no idea why my overlays are so problematic lately. I thought I had the issue fixed, but apparently not. But anyways, we are in our warm-up session here, just about to close it out. About 5 seconds remaining. Chris Mills, the fastest car out there. Best lap at 12.76, about a tenth faster, a little over a tenth faster than Daniel Betts. Parker Lucas, Dawson Contrail, Aaron Murphy are our 5 fastest cars on the track at the moment. And we are now getting ready to go green flag racing.
Remember what I told all my drivers? Reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time. Drivers, start your engines!
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. 50 laps of racing action coming up here. Let's take a look at our starting lineup. Daniel Betts on pole position, with Dawson Contrail outside of him. Brian Gardape, Chris Mills will be row 2. Aaron Murphy, Parker Lucas, 5th and 6th, with David Murphy, Cody Contrail running 7th and 8th. Daniel Northcutt, Aaron Conover will be in row 5, with Justin Walbring, Timothy Dunn starting 11th and 12th. Then we have 13th and 14th being Justin Walbring and Hunter Lilovich. Or sorry, Timothy Dunn, Hunter Lilovich. We go green flag racing already. These guys not wasting any time. Daniel Betts out to an early lead. Not quite sure what happened here, but we are under caution for the first time tonight. I do apologize about the silence here. I am working on a couple of things here, trying to get my overlays to try and work, but they are definitely not wanting to work nicely with me tonight. So take a look back here. See if I can figure out. We do see third place car getting the wall there a little bit, but it does appear that this is an admin throwing caution. So it is quite possible they did not like something on the start and decided to re-rack these guys and retry again. As the pace truck pulls away, we are back under green flag. Daniel Betts to the lead here early on. Dawson Contrail holding off the charge from Parker Lucas, Chris Mills behind him. Lucas down to the bottom though of Contrail, trying to sneak past for second place. Still side by side going into turn 1. Contrail has the advantage. A little deeper in the pack here. Little 3 wide racing. Aaron Murphy. I can't quite tell who all is there. Brian Garpy, Cody Contrail. David Murphy in that as well. Aaron being a big loser in that one, losing several positions. It is a bit of a mess going on back here. Aaron Murphy trying to hold off Daniel Northcutt now. In fact, ooh, and he makes contact. Did not see who Murphy made contact with, but he ended up getting turned around. That will bring the caution flag out for the second time tonight. Aaron Murphy making heavy contact with another car here. I did not quite catch who it was. Looks like the 12 car. This gets up into the door panel. The 12 does a great job saving it, but Murphy going around and ending up going over after contact with the 03 car, landing on his lid. Unfortunate incident there for the 41 car. As we are stacking back up for the restart. Pace truck is off. Daniel Betts back to the lead. Just holding off Parker Lucas. Not by a lot though. Betts holding on to that lead. We got a big mess going back here. David Murphy, Aaron Conover, Cody Contrail. Even Dawson's clear of that, but big battle here for fourth. Conover has it right now. Cody Contrail on the outside, or inside there. Not quite able to get past that 32 car of Conover. David Murphy here battling side by side with Chris Mills. That's behind Walbring in that 666 car. Walbring to that high outside line. Got Mills going to the bottom as we got a car in the wall, almost going over. Nice save there. That would be the 18 of David Murphy. Nice save there from Murphy, keeping that car pointed straight, keeping and everyone else around him for not getting involved in that. Got Chris Mills going around Walbring on the bottom line. Daniel Betts out to a big lead right now. About 0.4 of a second. That's the biggest we've seen so far tonight in any of our races. Parker Lucas still there. Still within striking range. It looks like the speed has moved down to the bottom. Everyone seeming to prefer to get down, finding some grip down there under that shiny stuff. Chris Mills right now, one of the few cars going where everyone else is and going on that outside. Does seem to be working for him. He is working on Cody Contrail, trying to get into the top 5. In fact, he's able to get alongside that 32 car. Sorry, 22 car. Chris Mills having to fight off Cody Contrail. Contrail moving up on that inside line a little bit. A little bit further back here, looks like we got battle with David Murphy, Brian Gardapi, I believe, and Hunter Lilovich all nose to tail here. Letting the lap car of Aaron Murphy go around on the outside. But he's got a near full too. We are back under caution. I missed what happened here. Looks like it might have been an issue with David Murphy. See him going through the corner here. Oh yeah, he gets up, makes some light contact with the car on his outside, turning him all the way around. Car would not turn for him either, so he is stuck sideways in front of the leaders as they come around. Almost backs into traffic there. Bringing out the third caution tonight. Daniel Betts still our leader. as we get ready to roll back under green flag racing here shortly. Cars getting double filed up. And we go back green flag racing. Daniel Betts with a good start. Parker Lucas looking to make a move on the inside. Made a very aggressive left-hand turn down the straightaway there to make sure that third place Dawson Contrail could not close that door on him. Parker Lucas, Daniel Betts battling it out for the lead here this entire race. Betts has had the advantage the entire time through. We're coming up to here about halfway. Lap 22 coming to lap 23. Couple laps short of our halfway mark. As you can see, all that darkness on the track in the corners. There is relatively limited grip in those sections, but you see these guys are having very few choices left to them now. Track getting very slicked off. Going to change the handling of these race cars, and it's going to come down to who can maintain the most amount of grip the longest. As we see Parker trying to make a move on Betts. Got to the bumper. Betts running a lower line right now. Parker right up against that outside wall. Not really an advantage there for that 199 car. Take a look a little further back in the field. We got Waldron running in 8th position right now, up 3 from his starting position. Daniel Northcutt just ahead of him, working on Cody Contrail, trying to take 6th place away. Right now, our biggest mover of the race is the 32 car, Aaron Conover, up 6 positions into 4th from his starting spot. Doing a very good job moving up through this pack. Up front right now, Daniel Betts opened the gap, the biggest we've seen so far. Up 0.8 of a second ahead of Parker Lucas. These guys have been moving around, trying different lines, trying to find where the grip is in the track right now. Right now, we've got a battle for 5th place. Actually, 4th place here. Chris Mills, Aaron Conover, currently running 4th and 5th, and they're just behind Dawson Contrail. Chris Mills now up into 4th place, slotting ahead, just ahead of Conover. Conover trying to make a move back, trying to find some speed on that bottom line, but right now, Contrail and Mills running that outside line, starting to open up a little bit of a gap. You see these cars, they're moving all over the place, outside, inside, top, bottom, looking for every little ounce of grip they can find. Chris Mills looking to try to get that final podium position away from Dawson. Dawson managing to hold on to it. Let's take a look a little deeper into our field right now. We've got a side-by-side battle for 6th place between Cody Contrail and Daniel Northcutt. Northcutt in that red and kind of looks grayish car. Contrail on that high extreme outside line, almost rubbing the right rear corner of that car along the wall. Northcutt with a good run down the back straightaway, or sorry, front straightaway. No, never mind, back straightaway here. Kind of hard to keep these oval tracks kind of straight sometimes. And down to the bottom of Contrail. Gives Northcutt 6th position. Well, we got a battle for third shaping up here. A little bit of back and forth action between Contrail and Mills. That would be Dawson Contrail in the 21 car. Mills had it for a second. We appear to be under caution once again. Looks like it might be an issue with the 099 of Hunter Alelevich. Sitting back here towards the back of the pack. Just overdrives the corner, trying to get to the inside of another car and loops it around. See Ray Andrews almost making contact. That will be caution number 4 on the night, I believe. And we are 1 to go here. We are under 10 laps to go, so it'll be a single file restart. Giving Daniel Betts the advantage here. He's led the majority of this race so far tonight. Had a really good side-by-side back and forth action between him and Parker Lucas. Track slicked off. Green flag back out in the air. Betts with a really good start. Lucas able to get to that left rear quarter panel just a little bit through 1 and 2. Not quite able to make a move though to maintain the momentum and get alongside. Mills and Contrail battling it out for a third there. Both trying for that extreme low line. Almost making contact, but keeping it clean. Got Northcutt looking to try to sneak into the top 5 here, working on Aaron Conover in that 32 car. Northcutt in that, 77 car. Daniel Betts technically the 077 car. Betts in the lead. Opening it up, and you see they're kind of dragging that right rear corner on that wall there that time period. Both, it looks like all the top 3 cars. Making some light contact with that outside wall. Working hard. Side by side right here, Chris Mills outside of Dawson Contrail. Almost had the position taken away. Contrail on that outside line, working to keep third. Some tight door-to-door racing right there. They can't get fighting too hard. Aaron Conover right behind these guys, right there to take advantage of any mistakes those two might make ahead of him. And that would be the checkered flag, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel Betts takes home the win with that 077 car. Parker Lucas gave him a lot of grief, but was not able to take the lead away. Dawson Contrail holding on for third place with Chris Mills, Aaron Conover rounding out your top 5. Then you got Daniel Northcutt, Cody Contrail, Justin Walbring, David Murphy, Aaron Murphy, Timothy Dunn, Ray Andrews, Hunter Alelevich, and Brian Gardape bringing out the rest of your 14-car field. As we have our top 3 finishing up their picture on the front straightaway. Ladies and gentlemen, I-55 did not disappoint. It was an entertaining race from the start to the finish. Side-by-side action all the way through. At some point, or in some level of the field, there was side-by-side racing action. And now, why don't we bring our third place finisher into the broadcast booth here, Dawson Contrail. Dawson, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Well, I just watched some really entertaining dirt track racing there. You and Chris Mills were putting on a very competent show there the last, I'd say, about 15 laps there. How did you
Yeah,
hold off that run?
it was a lot of fun racing against him. He had a lot of speed. I thought he was gonna cook his tires off coming from the back, but he was hanging right there. I think he was a good bit quicker than me. He probably would have had something from Daniel and Poco. But I ended up getting into his left front a little bit, which wasn't intentional, but it's just a racing deal, I guess.
Well, it's definitely, yeah, short track racing. You got lots of tight quarters here, and I-55, that was just a third-mile track, so you don't have a lot of room to play there, and you guys definitely showed it.
No, definitely not. And it doesn't help that it slicked off pretty much from the bottom to the wall.
Oh, absolutely. We noticed that in the broadcast there. The beginning of the night, you had a fairly fresh track, and then as the racing went on, all of a sudden there's more and more rubber getting laid down into the dirt there. How slick was that track at the end?
Man, it was definitely hard to find a line. Playing around, kind of figured it was 3 and 4 on the top, 1 and 2. Slick was up on the top, and that cushion was thin, so it was hard to run. So you kind of just had to either roll the bottom or middle, or try to slide up to the grip there off the exit.
Yeah, absolutely. And as far as those two drivers ahead of you, what do you think it would have taken to try to catch them? They obviously had a very fast car, they each, and I mean your car was no slouch either. You were pretty quick, but those two up front seem to be almost in a league of their own.
Yeah, they were able to get out to a decent lead there towards the middle of the race. And I think I cooked my tires off a little bit trying to catch up to them, which I think if I would have saved a little bit better, like I was at the beginning of the race, I think I would have been better at the end. But I don't know. Just keeping the wheel straight, staying out of battles, and trying to keep that momentum up.
Yeah, and
Probably
sometimes
would've helped me.
trying to stay out of the battle there isn't the easiest thing when other drivers bring the battle to you. But you held on, you finished in third, you managed to hold off that hard charge from that 11 car of Chris Mills there. Who do you want to thank for helping get that car so fast out there tonight?
I'd like to thank Black Shadow Speed Labs, Check Race Wraps, RX Fit, Mitch Guy Designs, Daniel Betts for the setup help and just hanging out with us. I'd like to thank Night Court's Restaurant and Lounge, Owen Check Racing, Daniel Betts Performance, Lucas Performance. I'd like to thank T. Will for wrenching in the pits. He got this thing rolling today, so it was pretty cool. I'd like to thank my mom and dad for watching the stream. They seem to like it. Yeah, I mean, with a lot of people to go into this. Cody, Contrail, Broco Lucas, Owen Check, Cole Mitchell, Daniel Betts for all the help in the spots.
Well, absolutely. It was a great race out there tonight, Dawson. It was very fun to watch and very fun to call that race. Good luck going ahead, and congratulations on third.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Well, that is our third place finisher. Let's bring up our second place finisher, Parker Lucas. That 199 car had some speed out there tonight, Parker. What would it have taken to get past that Daniel Betts ahead of you?
Maybe a couple more laps. I was trying some things there. I went to the bottom towards I think it was the last lap, but I definitely lost ground on him.
Yeah, and we
He
definitely saw a
went
lot
to
of
the
change in that
bottom
track.
in 3 and 4. Yeah, it was fun on the bottom, but it was scary. That wall bit me in the heat race.
Yeah. But we at least saw a track that you can race both ends on, bottom and top, and the first 10, 15 laps or so, the two of you put on quite the show just with crossover after crossover, so.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. I think I've owned this track for 2 hours now. I just bought it, and I had a blast here.
Well, glad to hear you enjoy it. I-55 is a bit of a fun little track. I haven't raced on it much myself, but the little bit I have and the little bit I've seen of it, like I said, you got some good
It is
multi-lane
fun.
racing, so.
Yeah, me and Daniel were talking. It's similar to Cedar Lake,
But what do you think it
just
would
with the
have?
wall and then side.
What do you think it would have taken to have gotten ahead of that 77 car ahead of you? Was it just getting that last crossover completed and not letting them back by, or finding an
I
extra
don't know.
lane
I
somewhere?
think we were pretty even there towards the end, but definitely when the bottom went away, I moved to the middle, and then I was starting to gain on him, and then that caution came out. Then he switched his line up, and then we were pretty even there throughout the race, and then moved to the top. It was hard to pass. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, absolutely, definitely
And
good.
I didn't want to. I could have threw a slyer on him, but it definitely would have lost a lot of momentum doing that.
Absolutely, it would have been a difficult pass to make. Betts is definitely not a slow driver, and he makes it hard to go around him.
Not at all. Yeah, Daniel's fast.
So, anyone you would like to thank for helping getting that car fast?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Black Shadow Speed Labs, Daniel Betts Performance, Owen Check Wraps, the crew, Owen Check, Colty Mitchell, Daniel Betts, Cody Contrell, Dawson Contrell, and Contrell Tire Labs for giving this car on the track.
Alrighty, Parker. Well, congratulations on second place. You're definitely one of our quicker drivers out there. You had to settle for a second tonight. I'm sure we'll see you in victory lane though some point this season, maybe even a few times.
Hopefully. I thought tonight might have been the night. Honestly, maybe not. I felt really slow in practice.
Well, it did not show on the track.
Started to come around. Yeah. It's different. It was different not being like my first couple laps on this track.
But alrighty, Parker, congratulations on second, and good luck for the remainder of the season.
Yep.
Alrighty, that was Parker Lucas. Put on a heck of a battle with this fellow right here, but right now, this is the man to be. Daniel Betts holding off a pretty hard charge from that 199 car to take the win away. Daniel, how's it going?
It's going good. You?
Well, those first 10-15 laps, I didn't know where to look there between you and Parker going back and forth quite a bit there. That was a heck of a clinic you put on how to do slide drops and crossovers.
Yeah, I was starting to realize that just hanging on the bottom, sort of off the gas, just trying to save the tires for how long the races would have been, was not working much because I kept hearing how much closer Parker was getting, and I didn't know if he was just that much faster than me or if it's just that I'm rolling a little bit slower to save the tires, but it was interesting.
Well, you definitely put on a great show for the fans there, especially those first few laps. And, like I said, you and Parker going back and forth for pretty much every turn. It was hard to tell who was going to go across that start-finish line first each lap there for the first little bit. So, but then the track started to change quite a bit. We noticed a lot of slicking off going on from the top to the bottom. How much did that change the handling of that race car of yours?
Not much. Just like I said before, I was rolling the bottom, saving the tires as much as possible, dreading the point in time when it's gonna change up to top. Cause I knew how thin the cushion was getting, and I didn't know how well the tires would have held up for the top.
Well, we definitely saw a multi-lane racetrack tonight there. We saw cars making passes on the bottom, passes on the top. Which one was your preferred line, top or bottom?
It was a mixture of both. It was well, in the beginning of the race, it was a preferred line of the bottom because it seemed to have the most grip, and then later on in the race, it decided to move up to the top in 3 and 4 and slide up to the middle line for 1 and 2.
Well, it definitely worked out well for you. You put you up in the top. You led the most laps tonight there. Who do you want to thank for helping getting that car so fast?
Yeah, I would like to thank Rose of Vines, Pleasure Motorsports, Long Specialties, Erickson Asphalt, Parker Lucas, Cody Contrail, Lawson Contrail, Colty Mitchell, Owen Check, all of them for hanging out with me, and you guys for everything you do.
Absolutely. You guys put on a heck of a race out there tonight, front to back throughout the entire field. It was a lot of hard racing. You and Parker put on a heck of a show at the very front, trying to take the win away from each other. Luckily tonight, you came out on top.
Yeah.
So yeah, congratulations on the win, Daniel, and we'll see where the rest of the season takes us. You're definitely showing yourself to be a driver to beat. So
Yeah.
alrighty, good luck the remainder of the season, Daniel.
Thank you.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that will bring an end to tonight's racing action. The Ohio Valley Sim Sports 358 Modified Mayhem Tour from I-55 Raceway. We will be returning next Saturday. Might have things going on, but I will do everything in my power to be here to do the broadcast. But the racing, we move March 8th to Cedar Lake Speedway. Track that races quite a lot like what we had tonight. A wide, open clay oval where you can run the top, you can run the bottom, you can make passes almost anywhere you want. I hope you'll join us then. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Tom Quiring. It has been a pleasure calling this race. You guys have yourself a good night, and thank you for joining us.